What's up, real world? Twisted Luck. Hope everybody's good. Thank everybody for being here. First of all, everybody's like, what the heck? This is crazy. What's this background? You're not driving your truck? You're not in the super fancy Twisted Luck studios. I'm in, obviously, the bathroom. The toilet just started running. Because I alluded to something the other day about being Dr. Doolittle and stuff like that, and you see the crazy squirrel videos and the other squirrel videos. And the truth is, all my life, I'm a big friend to animals, for one. I love animals, and I always have. And I've dealt with a lot of wild animals all my life. I've adopted some, taken care of them if they're hurt or whatever the situation is, and then re-released them. So I alluded to something the other day, and it took so long. I'll explain in a minute why it took so long for me to be able to show you this video. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce you. Meet Houdini. Wait a minute. You're nasty, my friend. I just bathed you. I introduce to you Houdini. This is Houdini, the baby possum. Say, what's up? What's up, real world? Say, what's up, real world? Close that mouth. Close that mouth. You know there's nothing scary here. So Houdini is a baby possum. He just had his first bath. I'll show that to you. Maybe in this video, maybe later. That I rescued last week in the middle of the night from stray cats. And I've done this before. I used to have possums that when I'd be outside, they just kind of became my friend, and eventually they would, if I'm sitting on the porch, they'd climb up onto my lap, and I'd feed them whatever, Cheetos and stuff, and I eventually found out they love dog food. From there, this was years ago, from there I did a lot of research about possums and taking care of possums, and learned a lot about them, and they're so cool, and they're so cute. Look at this. He's got a little injury on his nose. No, we're friends, He's a little skittish right now. He's still warming up to people. But I learned a lot about possums, and what ended up happening, those possums I had years ago, they would come around, they had a litter of a whole bunch of babies. And it was so cute because the mother, whose name was Pickle, would bring them all to me. Every night, she'd bring them all to me, and they'd come out and hang out. And then I started finding dead ones. Cats were killing them. Not to eat them, just to kill them. And that made me sad, and I couldn't have that. So I collected them all up. It took a few hours to find all the remaining ones, but I did find them. I collected them all, and I brought them inside the house in a big cage that I already had. And I took care of them until they were old enough where a cat would be less likely to kill them and less likely to be scooped up by an owl or hawk or whatever, because they are literally defenseless. All they've got is to play possum. They'll open their mouth if they get scared, show you their teeth, make them look scary. If that doesn't work, they'll drool and blow bubbles out of their nose to make themselves look like they're sick, hoping that the prey won't want to mess with a sick animal. And then when all that fails, they just play dead. And then if you just pick them up, they got nothing. They got nothing, and you can just scoop them up. Luckily for this one, I'm a friend and not a predator. But anyway, well, I'll show you more about and tell you more about these possums, or about this possum later in later videos. This is mainly an introduction to Houdini, and the reason he got his name when I first found him, when I first rescued him. And let me say, I know there's going to be people that are like, "Oh, you don't mess with wildlife. Leave it alone. Let nature take its course." Yes, I know. And to those of you who've been with me for a long time, you already know my response to that. I don't care. Because a cat killing it for fun does nothing for the ecosystem, and I like them. I am knowledgeable about them. I very successfully raised these guys, and then they get to survive. So I respect your opinion, but I disagree. So it is what it is. So this is what we're doing, and nothing's going to change that. So we're going to take good care of him. But the reason he got his name Houdini, I found him in the middle of the night, and I had to do something with him for a little while. So I put him in a big box and put it in my truck, right? And you're good. See, he's relaxing a little bit. He's relaxing. He's pretty comfortable with me. So I come back just a short time later to bring him some food and water. He's not in the box. Oh my God. So he was in a Suburban. A lot of room. My first worry is that he's gone into the firewall or up under the dash or something. I'm going to make a very long story short. I eventually found him up under one of the seats, but then he played cat and mouse with me, and he would scurry from one side of the truck to the other. I'm not small and nimble. I can't do that. So I had to shut the door, run around to the other side, shut that door, run around to the other side. This went on for so long, and I finally caught him. So I bring him home, and just temporarily, I go into the garage where we have a vacant ferret cage, and I put him in there. Come back a little while later, he's gone. He's small enough to squeeze himself through the bars in that cage. Now he's somewhere in the garage, somewhere in the damn garage. So I set up a trap, this elaborate trap that won't hurt him. It's baited with some ham on a string. Found out he loves ham. Some ham on a string, and if he pulls the string, pulls the ham, it's going to pull the string, it's going to pull the stick, it's going to knock the trap down, he's going to be in there. So the next night, or later that night, the trap is down, but the string is over on the side with no ham on it, no possum inside. So I set the trap again. I do it a little bit different. This time, he gets the ham without even pulling the string. It's still up. Anyway, I made little tweaks each time. 4 times, he got one over on me, didn't you? Didn't you? 4 times you got away. You outsmarted me. But then the final time I had a really good idea that I figured would be foolproof or possum-proof, and it was. And I finally got him, and taking good care of him. He's eating well, being well taken care of, and let him get big and strong so those cats can't get you. See, he's got nothing. He's holding my hand right now. Close that mouth. You know we're friends. I know we're friends. I'll show you his hands. I don't want to freak him out too much, so we'll make another video. He's just now starting to get comfortable with his domestic surroundings and stuff like that. So I'll make another video, and I'll show you more about him and stuff. But I'm going easy on him right now. Just little things at a time. Like I said, he just had his very first bath. So he's a little freaked out right now. But you'll see more Houdini soon. So let me know what you think. This freaks a lot of people out. I've used it as a cool prank sometimes. If I ever find a possum in the wild, whether it's a baby or a big one, you can walk right up to it and pick it up. And a lot of people think these things are rabid. No, not true. A lot of people think they're vicious and mean and they'll attack you. Not true. You can walk right up, pet it, pick it up, whatever. And that freaks people out. They don't realize that. So, did you know that? Any experience with possums? Did you know that you could just handle them? And did you know they were so cute? And they got like little monkey hands that look so cool. They hang from the curly tail. He'll curl around. He's not doing it right now. He's camera shy. Kind of like Crazy Squirrel has been the past few days, huh? But anyway, let me know what you think. You encountered these guys before? He's pretty cute. We're going to let him heal up too. So you got a little boo-boo there. A couple little boo-boos, huh? But we're going to take good care of you. You're going to be a happy, happy, happy possum. Let's close that mouth. Let's let everybody know you're a friend. There we go. So, meet Houdini. Let me know what you think. Thanks for being here. Twist of Luck Truth. We'll see you soon.